What's up and welcome to another Kinda Funny live reaction, this time to a PlayStation State of Play. Of course, I'm Tim Geddes and I'm joined by one of the hosts of PS I Love You, XOXO, Blessing Adeoye Jr.
What's up, Tim?
What's up, Bless? And rounding out the crew today, we have the Texas Treat Latino Heat, clicking heads and ripping them to shreds, the globe-trotting, head-shotting, rootin' tootin', three-point shooting, Nitro Rifle from Twitch.tv, Andy Cortez.
You're on it right now, Tim. You're on it, bro.
How excited are you for the State of Play, Andy? I know all about Bless's thoughts. We talk on Games Daily every day.
Expectations on the floor.
Floor?
Yeah, floor level. Any surprise that could happen would make me feel a lot better about this, but for the time being, I'm like, in my head, they're only going to show us Justice League, and that's it.
Okay. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. 15 minutes of that confirmed.
And then they're going to be like, we had more, but we're not going to show it. So that's like what I'm telling myself in my head.
They're just straight up going to say that.
They're going to cancel it right after that. Sorry, y'all. Nothing else to show today.
Now, a hype idea got presented to us today, and I'm now all in on it, Andy. That hype thing being...
Don't do this to me, bro.
I know what I'm saying.
Don't do this. Oh, okay, tell me.
It's okay. I think it's reasonable.
Okay.
I don't expect it, but I think that it'd be good here.
Okay.
Resident Evil 4 demo. Available now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So the idea of a singular shadow drop
Yes.
took a while to get that out.
Because that's what we were talking about, shadow drops, where Xbox Hi-Fi Rush, Nintendo Metroid Prime Remastered.
Killzone shadow drop.
PlayStation, here we go.
Killzone shadow drop.
What we gonna do? What do you think, Bless?
I mean, I would love some kind of shadow drop thing. I think the closest we would get to that is a Resident Evil 4 demo, and I think that would be dope. But I'm just curious about what these VR games are. I want something to excite me in VR. I want to get something more than Beat Saber. I think there's a good chance that Beat Saber shows up. I think there's a good chance that Among Us VR shows up. I want to see something more than that. I saw rumblings about Enhance's next VR game. Of course, Enhance did Res Infinite, and they also did Tetris Effect. I think whatever they bring next is going to be dope. And I think that's already been revealed, so maybe we could see another trailer for that here. I think that would be pretty dope.
The VR thing I want the most, Bless, would be Astrobot Rescue Mission. But the PSVR 2 version, because I still haven't played that.
Yeah, that's crazy that they haven't ported that game over. Of course, like the PSVR 2 isn't backwards compatible, so if you have PSVR 2, it is impossible to play Astrobot Rescue Mission. I think that'll be a slam dunk of a thing. Like, I know they're probably not ready to put out Astrobot Rescue Mission 2 yet, but porting over the PSVR game and making it playable on PSVR 2, I think would go a long way.
Do you think the PSVR 2 is going to be the switch to the PSVR 1's Wii U? Like how we're going to get a lot of those ports over that maybe didn't see a whole lot of traction on PSVR 1?
In that way, yes. In the way of, will the PSVR 2 have the success that the Switch has? Like, not even.
Oh, no, of course
but
not.
I mean, but
no,
like, you need that part in order for that analogy to work. Otherwise, the Wii U is just a...
Sure, I guess I just think the idea of Killzone, or not Killzone, goddammit, Astrobot being ported over wasn't even a possibility in my mind, and now that just kind of opens up a whole bunch of possibilities.
When you think about it, that thing is, it's one of the few games that you would really need to put a lot of work into versus, you know, a game like Pistol Whip or a game like Beat Saber. You're porting over, I imagine, a lot of like the meta version or like the versions that of the game that have inside-out tracking to them. On PSVR 1, they didn't have inside-out tracking. You're using the PlayStation Move controllers and then also the PlayStation camera to track the lights. And so, like, if you're going to port Astrobot, you need to really put in work to port Astrobot. And yeah, you would have to do a lot because the Astrobot is one of those games that is built with the hardware in mind. And so, like, there's gags with Astrobot that are using the DualShock 4 and the specific things going on in the PSVR 1 helmet. They would have to translate that shit over, but it's not impossible. I think they could for sure try it.
Greg lent me his PSVR camera one time, and just my bedroom's so tiny. Like, I was legitimately like 2 feet in front of the camera. Like, it just, things were not working out. It was not the ideal situation, unfortunately.
One I'll throw out, Stellar Blade. We saw a trailer for that at the previous State of Play that went down last fall. Yeah, and that game is supposed to come out in 2023, and so I think that would make sense to see here. And Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah. Do you think we see more of the Koei Tecmo? The one that's coming out next year? Yeah.
With the boats and the ships?
No. Though it's basically like the Wolong, but only for
PS5,
PlayStation 5.
Yeah, but weren't they like fighting on boats?
Oh, were they fighting
I
on
think
boats?
So.
I don't recall boats, Tim.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Not thinking of Skull and Bones, everybody.
Rise of the Ronin. Thank you,
That's
Darth
what it
Vader.
is. Yeah,
that is what I'm thinking about. I think it has boats.
This is like I was
Larry
talking,
David ass conversation. There's a strong possibility of both.
I was talking to Roger about Wolongs. I've been like, oh man, where's the Wolong code? Where's the Wolong code? And like Roger's like, oh, Wolong is the one with the monkey, right? And I was like, yeah, Wolong is the one. And like for some reason, I just assumed Wolong has a monkey, and then it hit me later that he was talking about Wukong.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, Wukong, we don't know when that's coming out.
I want to ask you a question, Bless.
What up?
All right. What's that?
Ooh, those are boats.
Fucking boat.
Those are boats.
Boats in the thumbnail.
Damn.
Oh, that's a boat.
I guess when you say boat, I think skulls and boats.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, look, that boat is getting prominent feature. Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's a pirate.
Ubisoft skull and boats.
Well, here we go. 29 seconds away from the state of play coming out. PlayStation, I think, has done a really good job of presenting this as not that exciting in terms of announcements, but hey, we're going to give you something you guys have been waiting for a breakdown, a deep dive into Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Hopefully, we get a surprise anyway, because they have been known to do that sometimes. So,
Hey, Gareth, thank
see
you.
what we get.
I worked real hard on this set. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
the
the
set
set
is
looks incredible.
Andy.
Thank you very, very much.
Fantastic job.
That Destiny 2 trailer is another thing people were talking about. That's supposed to show up here. Which I'm down for another Lightfall trailer. Every trailer for Lightfall looks.
I watched that whole Vidoc or whatever, the 15-minute one. Very, very good.
I almost fucking popped for a second because those lights in the PS5 I thought were Spider-Man's suit.
Gran Turismo in VR, very impressive.
Ooh, no thank you. Need some Dramamine for that.
Feel a new reel.
Welcome to our first State of Play of 2023. We've got a lot to show you, including an in-depth demo of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Good to be back.
But first, PlayStation VR 2 is finally here. Let's dive right in with a look at 5 games arriving on PlayStation VR 2 this year.
The Foglands.
Let's see how you do
like Turok.
this time. Kid, we gotta work on your focus. Distractions.
Jim.
They'll get you killed out there. Remember what we shook on. Or, I guess we'll just have
The
to
card
keep
game in
this
VR?
up.
As soon as I see this, I'm like, Inscription would be a good VR game.
Yeah, I was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, dude, look at Inscription in VR.
Doing Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh my god.
Mind the course.
Could you imagine?
Let's try again, shall we?
I mean, Demio was a tabletop. That was a shooting game.
This looks cool. Like all the fog and colors.
Oh, cool.
$2023.
Oh, Foglands. That's why there's so much fog. That makes sense. That does make sense.
Falling metrics.
And Poppin says dollar store Imagine Dragons.
Horizon Before Dawn.
Oh no. Not for the Gators.
What if this was Far Cry New Dawn? Or no, Far Cry, the dinosaur one.
Primal.
Primal, yeah.
Come in, please. I need you.
Give me an Avatar VR game. I want a fucking Avatar.
You what?
Wait, yeah, what do you want to do?
I want to play a fucking Avatar game. Yeah, Ubisoft, where is
I
it?
don't think that's how you worded it.
I think I mix up the words in my head though.
Maybe.
I was like, I want a fucking Avatar.
No, that's what he said. That's what he said.
Oh.
That's 1000% what he said.
I think he said, I want a fucking Avatar game.
Wait, did that say Far Cry? Well, you see, he said, I want a fucking Avatar.
I don't know, guys. Don't put words in my mouth.
He said, I want a fucking Navi.
Oh.
I've heard, or I saw gameplay of Cracked. for VR, and that looked cool. And it seems like it's more that style of gameplay. Fast-paced shooter.
There's just something about so many of these experiences that just seem like arcade experiences. You play them for an hour and you're like, cool, that was fun. Let me go eat pizza. Let me get some shitty pizza.
And there's a place for that I think is cool. I just don't know that place is $500.
Right. Yeah, 100%. I know there are hardcore VR audiences because anytime I've hopped into VR tabletop tennis on Men Quest.
Have you seen the comments?
I don't know if you've seen my Twitter mentions the last one.
No, I haven't.
Oh,
It's
man.
a disaster.
Oh, you know, I take it back. I love
never.
VR.
I was gonna say. I wasn't gonna say it. I was like, you can talk about VR.
I take it back. VR is
Listen,
the future.
I for one respect VR.
It's the future, and we're living in it right
VR. Actually, never mind. I was gonna bring K-pop fans into this.
now.
Don't invoke their name.
I got respect for all of
The
them.
apocalypse will be VR fans and against K-pop and
This
Swiftie
may be
fans.
The Empire will fall.
Be careful, I care about you.
Our galaxy will be plunged into 30,000 years of chaos and war.
Thank you for saving us the effort, Dragon.
We can't stop it. But there is a plan to save humanity.
Is Barry ever going to release that video of Blessing when he was playing Horizon?
Well, he released a video of me climbing. I don't know if he got me just doing like the running around the world.
I never got him running.
Thank God.
That was funny.
So
So, will you fight for a dying empire? Or help us to reach Foundation?
the chat's popping off. Apparently, these Foundation books are popular.
Mm.
Now, you see that tower out there? Big, scary
You can
one.
go there.
That's where I'm
Skybound.
taking you to see the gatekeeper. To be judged. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. Just think back to the very beginning, the first thing that you can remember.
Pretty cool.
Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time.
This is a launch window game, correct?
I'm not sure. I just know when it came
We
to
talked a
Quest
lot
or
about
whatever,
this.
people really loved
Over
this
here.
game when it originally came out.
We knew this game was coming to PSVR.
Is that really you?
I thought it was
It's
launch
Chloe,
day.
your neighbor.
I mean, this could be
way
the out
to fight
today.
against time
Oh, it could be.
is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone.
God,
Yeah, Janet
there's
Garcia
a
loves
Greg
this
Miller
game.
asking
It
right now.
100% is.
Close your eyes now. And keep them closed. It's only a matter of time. You're ashamed of something.
Yeah,
Something
you're a shit.
so terrible. You're trying to blink right past it.
Boink.
Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Just
March
try
10th.
to enjoy it this time.
Back at the beginning, a little loop.
Launch window technically.
That was a sneak peek at some great upcoming games for PlayStation VR 2. Up next, Bungie gives us a stunning new look at Destiny 2 Lightfall, which launches on PS5 next week.
The grappling in this game looks so good.
It looks really good.
It's basically Pathfinder's grappling from Apex.
The witness.
Jonathan Blow.
I love the momentum of that grapple, where it's like, once it hooks, like you, as a player, already feel the like momentum and inertia of it.
Destiny 2 is on the short list of games where if I could free my schedule and have unlimited time to play a game, Destiny 2 for sure is like high up on that list. It's just so intimidating from a amount of time I gotta put into this aspect.
Andy, you looking for people on your fire team? I heard Alyssa's about to get in.
Not all of us have lives to spare.
Alyssa's the first off the bench.
So when he said limited time, I do want to get into Lightfall. I'm gonna give it a shot.
We know pain. Our purpose is its end.
Callus is back, by the way.
Well, wait, Callus is. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Which is like the only touchdown I know from Destiny.
Yeah.
And now.
Oh, that dude from the raid.
Freaking out.
Wow.
Took me forever to beat that raid.
First tried it, I think. About 12 minutes.
Shut up. Destiny raids still stand as some of the coolest, one of the coolest moments I've had playing a video game. I was just figuring that shit out with friends.
Lightyear.
Every time.
Now on Disney Plus.
228. Final day of February.
Hey, I'm Chris Evans. Buzz Lightyear. Chia.
Hey, Chia. This is what I was talking about.
Here we go. Shadow drop.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, I 100% know this game now. That makes sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as soon as you see Chia, you'll know exactly what it is. This reminded me of the Christmas song, and I can't figure out.
No.
No.
You're thinking about the end of the Grinch?
Yes. Yes.
No, Christ is on the newborn king.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Peace on earth.
Is that the, no, I think I'm thinking of, that's not what they sing in the Grinch.
Grinch song at the end of the Grinch is very similar.
Yeah, it's like this. Oh, how does it go?
How would Obama sing?
There is no, I can, there is a Joe
What about
World.
Michael Cera, huh?
I was also thinking Charlie Brown a little bit, chat, yeah. The one's like,
Oh, 21st.
Somebody knows what I'm singing.
Very excited for Janet, who's probably hype as hell right now. For that.
Chia is one of our most anticipated games, and it's launching into the
could've sworn it was
PlayStation
out
Plus
already.
game catalog in March.
Oh, it's coming to Premium and
Thought I'd
Extra.
seen this game
Good for
before.
them. That's what I'm
PlayStation
talking about
Plus.
right there.
Let's take a look at what's in store next month.
That's what I've been asking
Best
for.
value in gaming, premium and extra. Mike got screwed last year on the Rainbow Six Extraction score. It's a good game. It's a better game.
Good game that we played for half a week.
I'm about 2.5.
Our
right?
next game is from Enhance, the creators of
Hey, there it is.
Tetris
Enhance.
Effect and Res Infinite.
Enhance is top 2 VR developers. Top 3.
I'm already fucking in. Let's go.
Yeah. Like playing through Res Infinite last week, that felt like a religious experience a little bit.
Did we see this in 2018? Before the pandemic? 2019?
We did.
Humanity, yeah, the title sounds really
It was the same state of play
All the
that
people, yeah.
I think Barrett was waiting for the Batman announcement, and he sat there all sad with his mask
But now,
on.
now he's getting Suicide Squad.
He had the mask on, waiting to like turn himself on camera, and nothing happened. And I remember just catching a glimpse of him just sitting there. It was the saddest thing you've ever seen in your life.
Cut to 4 years later. And I don't know. I have no feelings about what we're about to see for Suicide Squad.
Are those lightsabers?
Bad people.
Oh,
Their games make me wish I did drugs.
Battle Simulator. Whoa. Whoa.
It's Mario 128.
Interesting that this wasn't in the VR segment, so this is just a straight up console game.
What do you do?
That was weird. Like, I didn't expect that gameplay.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Optional VR.
Ah.
Lakers head, is this game for you?
It seems like it'd be like a VR add-on.
Like it would come with VR?
To like just fuck around with it. Like, hey, play with these tools.
Like a Dreams VR?
Yeah. I mean, not even that far, I wouldn't say. Quick time event. Hit the X button. Did you hit it?
Oh, whatchamacallit?
Goodbye, Volcano
Yeah,
High.
finally. Hey, we called it on PSW.
You hit circle too?
So,
lo-fi
big
rock.
day. Class president's speech at the assembly. In light of the whole space rock,
I'm just saying, I
potential
called Little
demise
Devil
of
Inside that one time. I
civilization
called Goodbye Volcano High this
something
time.
feels off.
What's the
The
thing?
next state to play, we're getting
Using this
Half-Life
year
3.
to, make an
Mark
impact.
my
How
words.
about Alex?
God, no, we'll get 3 before Alex
Come
on
into this
PlayStation.
year kind of intense with the band stuff.
The band is important. Why did she have to just leave? I said it was
And
an
it's out
emergency.
You did,
today.
and it
It's
is
not out today.
to you.
I hope this is better than that one, Barrett. That came out in August. That Greg and Janet
The
tried.
episodic one?
Yeah, the episodic.
We Are OFK.
We Are OFK. I really hope this is better than We Are OFK. Because if it's not, it's gonna break Greg.
It's weird how everyone's acting.
I've been
like
really
nothing's
hyped on this game every time we've seen it.
different.
This
To
is
me,
doing
everything
nothing
feels
for me.
different now.
It's gonna break Greg to a point where they're gonna make a game about him being broken, and it's gonna be a Greg-ass game that he plays.
left. How are we supposed to just be fine?
Dilophosaurus right there.
Oh shit! I love Andy's knowledge of dinosaurs. It's the coolest.
I don't even know if that's the right one, though. I'm just thinking of the one that run in herds, you know? What was it called, Jen?
Naruto? Is this just an Ultimate Ninja Storm collection?
Yeah, connected into one.
Connections, alright. Naruto, Boruto, Ultimate Ninja. Alright, cool.
Not gonna lose, you hear me?
I don't know. We gotta add 3 more words to that.
Cut you off completely. Someone get Kevin in here.
I'll inherit my master's will.
You can't defeat me.
No matter what you become, I will always love you.
The Hokage is the person who walks in front of everyone and bears all the pain.
Make a Mob Psycho game.
Why are you so obsessed?
Just because I'm watching Mob Psycho. Also make a Blue Lock game. That's just FIFA, but very anime. I know that's Captain Tsubasa, but I want Blue Lock.
I know people say smoking isn't cool, but Naruto sounds like the coolest 10-year-old who smokes in his entire life.
My blood is boiling.
Something in his voice, man.
Like, Naruto is definitely like a 48-year-old woman voicing him, right? Kind of like with all the Rugrats, you know, back in the day.
Underestimate the will of fire.
I'll settle this. Now is the hour of judgment.
The Tekken 8 announcer.
Oh, really?
I need to send you a video later. Andy's gonna change your life.
Oh, sweet.
I'll protect you to the end. Sting to the beat of the killer bee heat. Prepare yourself.
Sweet
Was that
dreams.
Is that a rap?
character rap?
That was kind of a Mara there.
Was that Moda?
Fire all around! Super Beast Scroll! Here I come!
Man, this looks real bad.
From here forth, history will start again.
Like,
So began the
it started off looking good, but like getting in these like smaller snippets of in-game.
I love how much in
That
chat.
doesn't look like it runs well.
Everybody in chat is like, "Oh, Killer B! You don't know Killer B? Killer B be rapping." I'm sorry, chat. I'll look up Killer B after this.
It
Send me their best
I want to
album.
get back to the anime, though. I started it a while ago.
My frail little brother. No. I do not wish to fight you, elder brother.
Somebody in chat says it's a PS4 game. Aren't the Ultimate Ninja Storm games like PS3 games?
Captivating fantasy worlds await in our next 2 games.
Finally, fantasy.
Final Fantasy?
Killer Bee do be rapping.
Oh, Larian. This is
I'll tell you a story.
True or
soul.
The part 3.
My life was dismantled piece
Yes.
by piece.
Whatever game, Pillars
Yeah.
of whatever. No, I don't know.
What's it called?
It cost me everything.
Baldur's Gate.
I must finish what I started. Death's design will be complete.
Discover Gedric's
Pillars of Eternity.
Find out what it is that makes him invincible
Baldur's
so we can
Autumn
strip
Gates.
him of his advantage.
Yeah, I know the hashtagonist on Twitter is going crazy right now.
Didn't this come out on Stadia?
I don't know the answer to that question.
You're a pawn, a slave to forces you cannot comprehend.
Like I could have sworn that Hunter Pence already played this.
Ketherick is a frightening man.
Brave man right there.
Allies.
It was PC
worth
early
having.
access. It's still in early access.
Together,
Yeah.
we will strike down the absolute.
Got it. Okay. It was first announced as a Stadia game, but it's an early access. Never actually came out.
Stadia was the early access.
Bow before me. Bow before the absolute. Bow!
Could have done another take on that.
August 31st.
That's the take we took.
Andy, bow.
That's the take we took.
Welcome to Wayfinder, an online multiplayer
Welcome
adventure
to the
for
world
you
of
and your
Wayfinder.
friends. It's all set in
You cannot tell me that wasn't World of Warcraft what I just saw.
fallen world. You'll control the chaos through
Fucking Mythic
Wayfinders.
Quest.
Meet Senja,
This
who
does
likes to get up
give
close
Mythic Quest
and
vibes.
personal, and Silo, who fights with both firepower
Shit, they got guns too,
and
man.
fast reflexes.
These fantasy enemies are like, we've only ever taken on
Slices
swords.
through
The lady
fray
got a
while
gun.
also
Fuck.
supporting the group. With another victory
Did you get
under
the
our
date on
belts,
Baldur's Gate?
let's head to
August
Skylight,
31st?
our
August
social
31st,
hub.
yeah.
Here, you'll turn your loot into new weapons and wayfinders. You can also explore dungeons called Lost Zones that you can modify and mutate for a greater challenge. Lost Zones are where you and your friends will team up to complete quests, collect loot, and hunt bosses like this Titan. We're excited to bring Wayfinder's beta exclusively to PlayStation, and you can sign up for the chance to play early now. Thanks for watching.
Oh, the beta exclusive, I see.
Cool logo treatment.
February
Cool
20th.
colors, too.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that one game you like.
We've got
Pepper, like
big
Drifter.
updates on
Super
two
Mario.
highly anticipated Capcom games, starting with the debut of 3 new characters for Street Fighter 6.
Oh, let's go.
Oh.
Finally, the good stuff. You think we're going to get Pragmata later?
That game's gone, right? We can all agree.
We got to see Pragmata. It comes out this year. Who do you think's under the mask?
Oh, what a reveal!
Oh, shit.
Fuck off!
Fuck off. He's got a steel chair.
It was me, Austin.
I would never have guessed saying he was under that mask.
I'm excited to fuck around with this, man.
Dude, we're gonna have so much fun playing Street Fighter. I'm gonna get so good that you guys are gonna get annoyed at me. I'm gonna be the person in the group that ruins it for everybody.
I'm never going to play it. Just avoid it at all costs.
This is your last ride.
It was so goddamn good.
Oh my god. Yeah. Bunch of boogers. Mask up, Zangief.
I call upon you, great wind. Toi no Ikonoi, spirit of the wind.
Avatar.
Let yourself become one with it.
Lily.
That's kind of cool. Is she new?
I don't recognize her,
I don't
but somebody in
recognize her.
chat said Lily before they said Lily, so maybe chat, let me know if she's new or not.
Yeah, new character, it looks like.
She's new, yeah.
Very cool.
I make so many like nighttime purchases that I don't remember, Tim.
Yeah.
And the other day I got in like a real big statue of Chun-Li. I was like, I don't remember buying this.
Shut the fuck up. Really?
There was one day that Andy came to my room and he was like, I accidentally ordered 3 2B Nendroids. Do you want one?
I gave one a bless.
Yeah. I gave it to Michael Hyam.
Oh my god, that's, you buying a Chun-Li statue is the funniest thing. Like I would have, like out of all the people in the office, who bought the Chun-Li thing? I would not think Andy.
What is going on here? Oh,
That-
yeah.
oh.
Hey.
It's a dope ass jacket.
Also, somebody in chat said all the names leaks out there. Well, none.
Cammy, did she got scars on her thighs? What are those markings that she's always had?
Paint.
Paint? I always thought they were
Makeup?
big. scars on her.
I've
thigh.
never stared at Amy's thigh, so I wouldn't know.
Oh no, I've heard it from a friend.
So wait, do they all have new theme songs? Because this is not Canda's theme song. I don't like that. I like old things over and over and over again, you motherfuckers.
God, this looks so good.
Yeah, I seem to all have new theme songs. When I've been playing the Street Fighter 6 beta, I've not been hearing a lot of like classic shit. It's all been new shit.
I think based on a lot of footage, it's
great.
It seems like a lot of people have been saying that one of the weaknesses feels like the music.
Oh yeah.
Like it just isn't.
I had that a bit.
It isn't hidden, yeah.
But there was it was hit or miss, because there was one level I was playing where I was like, oh, this music's banging, and then other levels where I'm like, oh, this feels a bit understated.
Put Blessing in Street Fighter.
Just do
Yeah.
it.
Put me as an announcer, even though I would have no idea what I'm doing.
You see,
Oh man, that dude just punched that other dude.
I think he punched him.
It is RE4.
when you need only accept the sacred gift.
Come on, guys. Do it. Do it. And then announce that this June.
This June. What's the theater called?
Shrine Auditorium.
The Shrine Auditorium.
7,000 screaming fans.
What a weird announcement to happen right now.
The entertainment.
Oh, I almost don't even want to look at this because I just want to play the game.
Nah, man, all the parry stuff I've been seeing, I was like, I'm gonna dominate this game, dude. Played for like maybe an hour.
I'll make it cheap for you.
Move!
Let's go.
Damn, free
Always
feet.
like this with you.
How about you open fire instead of your mouth?
I want a big boy.
Long time.
Look at our boy Leon, man.
Major Krauser? Why?
Wow, look at that lighting.
You
Good
can't
lord.
save her. You can't save anyone.
Oh my god.
Damn.
You gotta keep moving forward.
Show the parry, dude. Come on.
Look at that cut.
Oh man,
Together.
I clicked so many hits.
Thanks.
Then come, Sancho Panza. Let us rescue the Princess Dulcinea.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
Sorry, bad traffic. One combat shot will compliment the Hunnigan.
Ha! This is kind of fun.
Hey.
It's
Look
for you.
at
It's for
Donkey
you.
Kong. Donkey Kong's influence. Put some respect
undeniable.
on Put some respect on DK64.
Yes, the time has come.
Like I told you.
I can't believe this is real. Like, this was like, when we got 2 and 3, it's like, they're gonna do 4, aren't they? They're gonna do it.
So good, man. Let's get, oh, my girlfriend.
This time, it has to be different.
I remember thinking my girlfriend Ada died when she jumped off the roof in Resident Evil 6. That was fake, though. Different Ada.
No demo out today.
Boo.
Whoa! So close! I'm taking that as a W.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, dude.
Get a little special
Show's not
mention.
over yet. It's Harley Quinn, Deadshot, King Shark, and Captain Boomerang against the
Boy, I
world's
love
greatest
Captain
DC
Boomerang.
superheroes in this extended
Boomy.
look at Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. Let's hear from developer Rocksteady Studios.
I thought we already knew they were remaking Resident Evil 4.
Hi
Yeah.
everyone, my name is Darius Tadarian and I'm the studio product director at Rocksteady Studios. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is the next installment in the Arkhamverse and will be releasing this May. It is a third-person action shooter set 5 years after the events of Batman Arkham Knight. Metropolis has been invaded and you're going in as the Suicide Squad members Harley Quinn, King Shark, Deadshot and Captain Boomerang to face off against the ultimate threat, a corrupted Justice League. The team has been hard at work at creating the best possible game experience for our players, and we're very excited to share more as part of this state of play. Today, let's take a brief look at one of the missions in our game. The Flash has been corrupted by Brainiac, and as the Suicide Squad, you'll need to work together in up to 4-player online co-op to stop the Flash and rescue Lex Luthor in the process. Enjoy.
And also give us your Twitch Prime chat. It's one of the requirements to keep watching. What are you, boss?
Let's fuck something up!
Oh, you know what? Hold on a sec. Hello, Brainiac? Is it happening now?
Hold on, I'm gonna go punch a woman somewhere. Ezra Miller.
Damn, Andy.
Good news! You want Luther, all you have to do is... Go get him.
It's the fact that I visualized it, but I visualized it as a Flash.
I'm Ezra Miller.
It's fucked up.
117 countries.
Task Force X, what the hell was that?
Cancel Andy. Cancel Ezra Miller. What are you talking about? Canceling me for?
Yeah, Ezra's the one that loves crime. Like, leave Andy alone.
Stay away from it.
I expect you to, no matter the cost. Are we clear?
Yeah. Where the snowball?
Yeah, mate.
His shotgun says fuck off.
Incoming Harley! Out of my way.
Is the stream framing or? I'm just
There's some frames here and there. Yeah, there's some frames. Limited to 30 frames on console. Okay, this looks cool.
Yeah, this looks a bit fun,
looks
actually.
cool, bro.
That's gonna leave a mark.
I love the good like the hit detection when they like nail that shit. The big red X.
Yeah.
That felt satisfying.
Watch your mate.
Y'all remember Gotham City Imposters?
Love explosion.
I think I almost rented it once. Oh man. Anybody need a sharpshooter who's not gonna miss once?
That's me. That's me.
Hit up Greg.
Incoming.
Set this chopper flying!
Roger that, Gwen. Eyes up. We got more company. Go shark.
Damn, reminds me a lot of a little game called Anthem.
Oh god.
The mid-air combat, the mid-air shooting reminds me a lot of it.
Senseless violence. Love it. Nail that weak spot, squad. No worries. Boom! Job done. You came through, Boomer.
Tony Vogel's name, Andy.
Just call me the pinball wizard.
Why? Boomerang, that's why.
Unstoppable!
Gwen, there's more of them.
Thank you! Die already!
I'm in, bro. This looks fire as fuck. I love the movement so far. I love the shooting. This looks so much better than just a 4-player beat 'em up brawler.
Like a wave!
This is our chance! Ouch!
I love our escapades.
I want to see what the skill trees look like.
Is the battle pass in there or what?
Are all the skill trees exactly the same? Because I didn't see any difference between any of those characters.
So, how'd the whole taking down the Flash thing go?
Still in play?
That Punisher?
Now get out of my way. I have work to do.
Well, hey there,
Say
There's a
something.
Punisher in here, dude.
We've got an interrogation to get
They
back
got
to.
the deal with Marvel.
Yeah.
You think I'm just gonna let you walk away?
Yeah, that could be
and tell these
Deathstroke.
guys everything you know?
It's Lex Luthor. It's Lex.
You think they can stop us?
That doesn't look like Jesse Eisenberg, Bear.
Get this man off my fucking set.
Big hero turned stooge for a spaceman.
Okay, Boomerang. You want to see what a real
Scumbag
hero
says game's gonna be free within a month.
I'll show you.
Oh.
Flash, how do I stop this?
You need guns. Third-person shooter, Wonder Woman. You have no power here.
You have to kill us, Diana.
Damn, she looks good. Good model.
Do you think that's the same Wonder Woman from the Wonder Woman game? Model?
We have to die.
No, it's not, but
to save the world.
It'd be wild.
Put it on Twitter. Local Outriders fan is excited for Suicide Squad. That's me.
I'm not mad at that trailer, but I'm also not excited by it.
Yeah, there was a lot of Outriders vibes that I saw. I was like, oh, that is cool.
It's such an easy touchstone of, hey, here's gun, do the shooty stuff. Like, that's a lot easier of a sell to me to a wider audience than like 4 people just.
Yeah, I do wish we saw that gameplay earlier. Because now it's been long enough for us to kind of settle in, like, oh, we're getting a Suicide Squad game and fill in the gaps ourselves. But seeing it, I'm like, all right, I get what they're going for, and I don't think it looks bad, but it also doesn't look amazing.
Telling it from the villain's point of view.
Where are we going and who are
we? Yeah, I think like the mindless Outriders aspect of it could be very fun.
Fans
like jumping around in a big world, shooting at these villains, getting objectives done.
New stuff that they've never seen before.
We've always seen Batman's perspective on this world, and we thought it'd be really fun and enjoyable to see this universe, but through the eyes of the villains. We're picking up the story 5 years after the end of Arkham Knight, and a lot's changed in that time.
Just checking. We're all seeing that thing, right?
Brainiac has invaded Earth, and he's this huge threat overlooking Metropolis. He's taken over Metropolis City. The Justice League are there to try and save the city, but Brainiac has captured and brainwashed them and turned them against the very people they've been sworn to protect.
Oh, fuck, it's Superman!
So the Justice League to take over.
Random out of context love.
What we've created.
He's like, I'm here.
Classic Justice League, but with the
T-posing.
They are now doing Brainiac's bidding, and Amanda Waller scrambles to try to remedy this and essentially save the Earth. And she recruits 4 lovable characters into fighting the Justice League in an effort to
Is the actress for
reclaim
Amanda
the Earth
Waller
and thwart Brainiac's
Yes, from Mad
plans.
TV.
Your new
from
mission
Fallen Order.
is to kill
Yeah, I was gonna say the same from Fallen Order. So I was like, is that not a
Members
Fallen Order
of the Suicide
character?
Squad are Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, and King Shark.
Harley Quinn is definitely the most acrobatic of the crew. She's always moving, she's always flying through the air in kind of barely controlled ways. The feeling of swinging and the momentum and the kind of physicality of it, and trying to keep that momentum going and use that to go over buildings or swing under bridges and chain that into kind of the grapple mechanic that she's got. It just feels spot on.
Oh, she is in
I'm
Wolfenstein.
a freaking superstar.
Deadshot has the iconic Deadshot look,
She's
but
also
with a
in
rocksteady twist.
Forspoken.
He's got a real swagger to
No
him.
way, really?
And in this game, he
She's
can
one of,
also
like, the-
hover with his jetpack. He's super
Oh, she's got, like,
precise. He
crazy
uses
headdress. She looks like
sniper
a
rifles,
character in
assault rifles, and
Forspoken also.
pistols, and they all fit with his sort of the fantasy of playing as Deadshot as this master assassin.
Are you on Team Waller or Team Get the Hell Out of This Mess?
King Shark, to me, as a person, is, well, as a fish, is this incredible character who's super well-read and super well-to-do, and I'm sure could smash
I feel
an
like he should
operatic
be more of a
performance.
heavy character, right?
Well, they did show him doing like the ground pound shit earlier. Yeah.
She just
But
described
also
him as
doesn't
well
really
read.
know simple words or
I
simple
love that.
things that are going on. I think that's brilliant.
In terms of combat, he is a brute. He is a tank character. He can take more damage. His abilities all lean into the fact that he wants to get in a bit more close and personal. He's the fastest melee character.
Goddamn,
Captain Boomerang's got his Speed Force Gauntlet that he can use together with his boomerang. He can throw it to any point in space and Speed Force to that point along the walls, along the floor, and get wherever he wants to go.
You can use that.
This
to
looks
get
fucking
up
cool,
close,
bro. Like, I'm just
dodge
super
around
into
in
it.
mid-air, taking out the enemies, and then scarp up.
This is gonna be
he
a
doesn't want to stick
fucking
around.
7 out of 10.
Yeah. I'm here.
And I'm
One
very
of the most
excited for
exciting
it.
parts that connects our game to the DC lore are the support squad.
Piss off, Widow.
You have Penguin, the arms stealer,
You're making guns for us.
Yeah, I can see us
Big
playing a lot of
Brain.
this.
but also some new faces.
But also being like
Like, this is one I will. Dude, I
Digital
finished
Ghost
again. I
that is
finished
helping the
Outriders.
squad
Like, I
navigate
beat
the
that
world,
game.
but
Like, I
also
will
upgrade
beat this
neck
game.
bombs.
I think for me the only disappointing part about this is like this is Rocksteady. and like
Toy Man
for
is helping
Arkham,
the
which a lot of
squad
people would put up there, is
perfecting
like
overrated.
one of
And finally,
I
we have
mean,
Gizmo, who is helping
you
the
said it,
squad
not me.
with insane vehicle creations that
I've muted both of their mics, Sam. You gotta carry the rest of the show.
Metropolis is your.
I was doing that to fuck with Barry, but then Blessing went in, man.
No, I love Arkham Asylum. I love Arkham Asylum. And City, for that matter.
I've never played them, so I'm just
They're
kidding.
great. They're fantastic games. But like for a lot of people would put those up as like these are 9 out of 10 games, right? Like this does not look like it lives up to that legacy.
Very clean, it's very functional.
The huge difference between Metropolis
Hey,
and
this
Gotham
is the
is that Metropolis really acknowledge and really trust Superman. So there is a lot of statues to thank Superman for everything he's done for the city.
You're getting to see Metropolis through the villain's eyes. You're getting to
Somebody said Teen
experience
Titans
this
in chat. I don't know what they said,
world
but I
and
want a
traverse
Teen
through this
Titans game so
world
bad.
as the
Best thing is, if this is a Teen Titans game, oh my god, I'd be going crazy right now.
So the core ability that everything wraps around in Suicide Squad is your traversal. How that works with combat is you're chaining your combat moves together with those traversal moves, and the combat encounters are all designed to push and pull you around the environment in a battlefield that's constantly changing, working out how to use all your different weapons, your guns, your melee attacks, and how to use them all to your best advantage to control the chaos and come out victorious.
What's awesome about gunplay is the variety. So there's 6 core types of weapon families. We've got assault rifles, SMGs, sniper rifles, shotguns, miniguns, and pistols. There's added variety from weapon manufacturers.
There's LexCorp weapons, there's GCPD weapons, there's Armortech
Borderlands
weapons.
vibes.
Later on in the game, we also have gear sets. The gear sets are villain themed. For example, if you have a Bane gear set and you trigger his buffs in the game, some of it will have the Bane drums and you will like Bane and like boom, 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 and then there's like green smoke and you trigger all kind of effects. So
Video
you're
games.
basically
Yeah, this is
taking the essence of the
This
villain,
is such a
you're
video
bringing it
game.
into the game.
But again, I'm not
Each
mad
character
at.
has
Like
a power
I'm
level
actually
in the
pretty
game
down for
called
that.
Gear score. As you acquire new gear in the game, your gear score
That
goes
battle
up.
pass
And
right
as
there in
that
the
number
menu.
goes up,
Fuck yeah.
means that you can take on much harder
Sign me
missions.
up, bro. Swipe the
As part
card.
of this
Let's go.
progression journey,
See,
you will unlock more
when I
and
when I
more
start
abilities,
contextualizing this
more
as
and
a
ways to
Borderlands
customize your
style
character
game, or
to
not
really
really for that
fit the
matter,
way you want to play.
it makes sense
is upgradable.
in my
So
head how
in
this is
Suicide
gonna go.
Squad
And honestly,
2,
for that
this is
kind of
like you're
game,
gonna
this
get
does
lots of choice
look pretty
to
fun.
use the weapons that you
I
need,
don't think it should
to
be a
complete the
battle
missions,
passy
but
type
most
game. This
importantly,
like
you will
you're
be
This
able
should
to
be a one and
customize
done.
your
Like
squad
this game
to
has
be
an
whatever
end.
you like.
Yeah.
You can wear whatever
The
you
battle
want,
pass concerns
any
me.
of the outfits. You can
The
be
nicest
running
thing I
around
can say
in
about this
your
game is it does look
jail
fun.
outfit,
Yes.
and
Which is
still
a
have, like the
compliment.
best gear
Game
score
should-
ever.
King Shark in the Superman
Our
outfit.
game is a 1 to 4 player co-op experience, which means that all the
Oh, so
missions in the
many
game
chances.
have
Don't
been
make
designed
excuses for it.
for
I'm just telling you my
solo play,
opinion.
playing with a friend, 2 friends, or
I didn't develop the game.
For the single player,
I'm just telling you how
play
what I
in
think about the
single player
game.
with bots filling
No,
in the
answer
role
for
Oh,
of
your
squad,
sins,
so you
Blessing.
still feel like you're part
You said
of the
this game
team,
looks cool.
And you can switch it if you want. We try King Shark now, or we can say, well, I think Harley will be a better.
I said I
fit
don't
for
hate
this
it.
mission.
I also
We're gonna
said
switch over. and
I'm
try
not
her out.
excited about it,
But
but
if you
I think
really
we're
want to carry it
gonna
out,
play this and
going
have
in
fun
with
with
a full
it.
group
Yeah.
of 4 lets you experience the full mayhem the Suicide
I'm gonna buy the
Squad
battle
has to
pass to
offer.
spite
You get to
that.
really experience the dynamics between how you can all play together in different play styles in order to take on Brainiac and the Justice League.
All the fun is right here.
When the story's done, your experience doesn't end there.
She's so sweet.
Rocksteady will continue its legacy of supporting the game after it's launched.
We're going to deliver lots of new content to our players. We're going to have new playable characters, new weapons,
Interesting.
and new missions. For players
yeah,
who
they're
like
talking
to
about it like a
customize
live
their
service.
looks, we'll offer a battle
You
pass
won't
that
catch
only
me there.
contains cosmetic items.
When I'm
This is
done
gonna
with
be
the
so
story, I'm
much for
done,
the
y'all.
players.
Yeah,
I walk away. I play on the next
Harley
thing.
I think live
Quinn
services are
kills
bad
the Justice League.
direction
If
for
you
this.
like story games, if you like RPG elements, if you like co-op games, if you like customizing your characters, if you want to play as a
Side
badass,
scrollers.
2D
this game
platformer.
kinda has it all.
It's very fast-paced, it's
Racing.
really colourful,
Yes,
it's
you
loud
know.
and unapologetic and in your face, and it's going to be really, really fun.
Hey, Metropolis! Do you like live executions? Well, don't touch that dial, or I'll break your fingers.
Ezra Miller's going crazy in this
man.
role.
This is
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League arrives on PS5 later this year. We'll be back with more announcements soon. Thanks for watching.
he was not acting there.
So there you go. That was the state of play for February 23rd, 2023. We are about to do a live Gamescast, giving our thoughts on that, breaking it all down. But before we get to that, here's a word from our sponsors. Shout out to HelloFresh for sponsoring this episode. Remember those New Year's goals you promised yourself that you'd stick to? Well, HelloFresh is here to help you eat better by delivering fresh ingredients and easy recipes right to your door, taking the hassle out of dinner time. Fast and fresh recipes, HelloFresh's latest line of meals featuring robust flavors and filling portions are ready in less than 15 minutes, so you can enjoy taste and quality done quick with recipes like falafel power bowls, seared steak and potatoes with béarnaise sauce, or Southwest pork and bean burritos. A ton of us here at Kinda Funny have been using HelloFresh for years. Kevin loves how easy it is to get Paula vegetarian options, while I just love how quick the fast and fresh recipes come together during a hectic day in the studio. Go to HelloFresh.com/KindaFunny65 and use code KindaFunny65 for 65% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/KindaFunny65 and use code KindaFunny65 for 65% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. What's up and welcome back to another Kinda Funny Gamescast. Of course, I'm Tim Geddes and I'm joined by the new face of video games, Blessing Adeoye Jr.
What's up, Tim? How's it going?
It's going so well. Joining us as well is Andy Cortez, but he had to go pee-pee, so he's going to be right back. We just watched the PlayStation State of Play, the first one of 2023, focusing on third-party games and specifically Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, getting a 15-minute breakdown of that entire thing. Some PSVR focus, a couple other updates on some Capcom titles. So we're going to break all that stuff down like we always do here on Kinda Funny Games, give our reviews of the thing overall, give our, what we liked, what we didn't, all of that stuff, maybe even talk about some games we've been playing, because that's what we do on this show. And we do that every single week right here on youtube.com/KindaFunnyGames. You could watch it there. You could watch it on roosterteeth.com. You could also get it as a podcast by searching your favorite podcast service for Kinda Funny Gamescast, and we will be right there for you. If you wanted to get the show ad-free, though, you got to go to patreon.com/KindaFunny. Just like our Patreon producer, Delaney Twining, has done. Thank you so very, very much. Today we're brought to you by HelloFresh, but I'll tell you about that later. A little housekeeping for you, just a little bit. Next Monday, we got something really, really exciting happening right after Kinda Funny Games Daily at 11 a.m. Pacific on youtube.com/KindaFunnyGames. What's happening, Bless?
A new episode of The Blessing Show is coming out. It's a very exciting one. It's going to be one of the longer episodes. Think like the Roguelite episode that we put out a couple years ago. And it's the episode that me and Roger, I think, we're both the most proud of. I don't want to tease too much about what it's about. I want people to come through and be surprised and be excited when they get there. But it is a must-watch piece of Kinda Funny content, is what I'll say.
It was good. I saw it, and it was amazing.
Yes.
So you guys you're ready. So get ready. 11 a.m. Andy Cortez, how you feeling? You feeling refreshed?
I'm feeling great. Yeah, of course, the worst timing ever.
Of course.
Walk over there. Toot. Yeah, what's up? Okay, let me lock in the toot. Yeah, like, oh, come on.
Yeah. 2 bathrooms, not enough. Not enough. Andy, I just did the whole rigmarole.
Okay.
We were talking about the show we're on. It's the Gamescast. It's the whole thing. You already know all about it.
Heard of it. Watched it before.
I want to start by going around the table on what we would give this on the Kinda Funny scale of 1 to 5 as a showcase, as we always review these showcases. I'm going to start with you. What'd you think of this state of play?
I came in with expectations damn near the core of the earth, like as far south as you could go, far deep, and I'd still give it like a 2 out of 5.
Yeah.
It was a pretty bad presentation. I don't think it's worthy of this big of a stage. I don't think like a state of play always kind of has some weight to it. Like there's going to be some kind of big information. I think the coolest stuff we saw are the knowns. The Resident Evil 4 looks amazing still, of course. Lightfall looks great, what little we saw of it. I had fun watching Kill the Justice League. I'm going to have fun with that, even though it looks like it's not going to be the best game ever. I don't think it's having a battle pass is necessary at all. I think there's like a lot of red flags with what the game is trying to be, but I'm still going to play it and have fun with it. And I think like the fact that of the stuff that we know of still didn't even look like insanely great. I think that's like the worst part of it. A lot of smaller titles that got announced. I just wasn't really excited by much that was shown today.
Bless, what about you?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I would also give it a 2 out of 5. For me, this state of play had 3 things to do, right? It had to sell me on 5 VR games, it had to sell me on Suicide Squad, and it had to sell me on the other third-party games that are coming to PlayStation. And I feel like it didn't do a great job of any of those. When it comes to the VR games, right? We're talking about Before Your Eyes, which we already knew was coming to PlayStation VR. We got a trailer for that. I think the trailer for that was good, right? But then I go to the Foglands, Synapse, Journey to the Foundation, and all those games looked all right? Like none of them really stuck out to me as, oh shit, all right, this is getting me hyped for the platform, right? It would have been cool to get 1 or 2 of those that were, hey, this is a reason why you should buy VR. Like this is a reason why you should show up and continue to be excited for this thing. But none of the games they had in the VR section really spoke to me in that way. When we're talking about Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, I think this was, I like the breakdown for the fact that I think this is the clearest look that we've gotten at Suicide Squad, and that's what I've been asking for. I think that's what we've needed. But it's also the reality check of, hey, this is what Suicide Squad is. And I think a lot of people aren't going to be into what Suicide Squad is, and that's kind of the bummer of the whole thing. I'm with Andy that this game doesn't strike me as a game that I want a battle pass for. It doesn't strike me as a game that needs to be a live service game. And also, when I look at the gameplay, even though I think the gameplay looks fun, it looks like a game that I want to play with Andy and with the streaming crew, and a game that I might want to grind in the same way that I would grind it in Outriders or grind it up Borderlands. It also doesn't strike me as a game that this is the big new game from the developers of Arkham Asylum and Arkham City and Arkham Knight that they've been working on for 7 years. Like, no, it looks like a game. It looks like a fine game. You know, I don't think it looks bad from the trailer at all. I also don't think it looks amazing. I think it is a very all right, this just looks like a fine video game, a fine Suicide Squad game.
You could remove the IP from it and I'd still be excited for it, but that really,
I think that's kind of where I have my biggest problem.
And that's what sucks, I think, for the DC fans who, like Barrett, who have been waiting for whatever this new offering is to see into this universe. And it really does feel like if Nintendo came out and said, hey, by the way, the next Zelda we're working on is a match 3 game or something like that, and you'd be like, oh, this isn't what I want from this IP right now, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, like I wanted more from that Suicide Squad trailer, and yeah, they didn't really sell me more in that game. If anything, they kind of confirmed the things I was already scared about in terms of the Battle Pass stuff. But then talking about the non-VR games, non-Suicide Squad stuff, I thought that showing was fine as well. Goodbye Volcano High, I've been waiting on forever. The new trailer, again, didn't really excite me about Goodbye Volcano High. I do like that we got a release date. And so it's nice to get some definitive information about that. Humanity, I think, looks interesting. I like getting more information about that because it's been a while since we gotten that.
What was the information we got?
That's coming out in May 2023, and that it has like VR stuff. But yeah, the trailer as a whole felt very abstract, which is enhanced, and so I'm down for that. This is one of those ones where I'm gonna trust until I try it, and then hopefully it blows me away. Because like, from doing Res Infinite and doing Tetris Effect, I got trust in Enhance, and hopefully this feels like a follow-up to those. But yeah, like Chia getting a release date and also being on PS Plus Extra, dope as hell.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Naruto, Boruto didn't do much for me. Baldur's Gate looks cool for Baldur's Gate fans. Overall, I feel like the state of play didn't bring the stuff, and that's where I remain with it.
Yeah, I think on the review scale, like just objectively of like what they said they were going to bring and how they presented it, I'd probably give it a 3. But like how I feel about it, like at the end of the day, I'm giving it a 2 out of 5. I think this is bad because although they said exactly what they were going to give, I still feel like in terms of presentation, if you're going to have us watch this for 45 minutes, give us a little something. I do think Chia getting this PlayStation Plus day one coming out is great. Like that is the type of stuff that I like to see here. But I would have just wanted just one announcement that would have been like, you know what, cool, that's a 3 then. That is you earned that. Because I want to expect a little bit more from these state of plays. I do think them focusing on VR, it's hard to do that. And like we talked about this a bunch, like it's surprising that they didn't straight up have a PSVR 2 state of play that was like really like, yo, here's the reason why you guys are going to want this and here's why you should. But them putting it in just a more like broad mainstream one, I understand that from a marketing perspective of them being like, all right, they're here for Justice League or for Suicide Squad. Let's show them all the VR stuff. Maybe we can sell them there. And it just kind of feels like I'm not really in the market on PSVR. I'm not really into the Suicide Squad. So like for me, this really didn't do much, but
prettier looking shooting galleries.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what they are. Foglands I thought looked cool, but like things just looking cool aren't enough of a motivation for me to want to invest that much money into the system. And I'm sure I'm not alone there, you know. But the thing is, maybe it is speaking to somebody. But I would think with them talking about PSVR, we would have seen something that would have made us go, oh, they got this, or like, oh, they are going to do this thing or whatever it is, and didn't get that vibe. Going through some of the other stuff, like there's exciting games there. The Destiny 2 looks great. Obviously Resident Evil 4, I can't freaking wait. That looked absolutely phenomenal. Demo coming soon. That's exciting. And Street Fighter 6 continues to just kill. Like, see all the different stages they showed there. I'm like, this looks freaking rad. So games I want to play, we knew about them. The updates we got, I'm happy with it. But overall, I think this was it's a state of play. And I just really wish that's not how we felt about these things. Because they could, I think, pretty easily like make them something a lot more special.
I do think it's a bummer that I think the best stuff we saw was stuff that we've already seen and know are going to be good. You know, like Street Fighter 6, we've already seen. We're already excited for. We're already sold on. Resident Evil 4, we've already seen, right? We've already been sold on, right? And you said one more other thing, I think, that we'd already seen. Or Destiny 2. Destiny 2 Lightfall. Yeah, we've already seen. That comes out next week, right? We're already excited for. This speaks to me so much as we have third-party obligations for marketing that we need to fulfill, right? Like we've told people down the line of
we
like,
have to make goods.
Yeah, like, hey, we told you we'll showcase your game for you, and this feels like, hey, okay, this is the showcase to throw everything in there because we promised that we would market these games. It doesn't feel like a state of play that needs to exist. Funny enough, like a couple days ago, it might have been yesterday on KFGD, somebody in chat was like, my prediction is that at the end of this state of play, Blessing would say that this could have been a blog post, and guess what? You're fucking right. This could have been a blog post.
See, I have a devil's advocate to that, just in the sense that I do think that a state of play can exist in this form, where the point of this state of play was us finally knowing what Suicide Squad is. That's a question we've been asking, and I think that they answered it. Is it the answers we all wanted? I don't know. That's up to each person to decide. But I do think that this not being an email, this is the right way to present, hey, we got a bunch of third-party games. Let's put them together and like let's market this to people with the tentpole of 15 minutes of Suicide Squad. We're going to explain what that game is. And so like I'm not mad about the presentation of this, and I think that this is a great way going forward to do things, but I still just think you need like something that's a little more exciting or enticing to add to it if you're expecting people to sit here for 45 minutes.
And not every presentation can be the shadow drop show. Like we understand that. Like I don't want people to think that, you know, maybe we're a bit tougher on this because we got the Metroid Prime remaster or shadow drop in the Nintendo Direct. Like I don't necessarily expect, hey, by the way, gigantic brand new IP or IP that's been remastered or remade and it's available today. Not expecting any of that. I just, of the unknowns that I always look forward to, where it's just like, oh shit, I didn't even know this is a game, and now it's here, and this is something new to look forward to this year. I just didn't see anything like that today. Everything looked fairly like kind of generic video game stuff today, and I just wanted something that was something that we could look forward to and mark on our calendar for 2023 and be like, holy shit. Oh, by the way, damn, in September, oh my God, I wasn't expecting that or whatever already this year.
Yeah, you want like a new surprise, right?
Yeah.
Something that you already didn't know about. I think that's the thing. That's the place where State of Play feels special some of the time is I always go back to the one that we got last May where they showed off Roller Drome and I'm like, oh shit, what is this? And we're like, oh shit, there's State of Plays before where they showed off a game like Sifu and it's like, whoa, what is this?
And it's different strokes for different folks, right? Like
For sure.
people
Humanity,
watching
I'm
this-
sure, is that for...
Sure,
Yeah.
100%. There's people watching
out
today
there.
that were very excited about Baldur's Gate 3 or for Chia, which I could have sworn came out already. Like this is kind of... I think
the thing is, those games are already all announced.
Yeah.
And like that's my thing is I think a new game, and it doesn't even have to be a game coming out this year, right? Like a new game that is, hey, this is a game from one of our partners or a game that's from an indie studio that looks rad, that is coming out someday that makes us go, oh shit, this looks cool. Like I think at least one or
Something
a couple
to
of
look forward
those
to.
would have
Yeah.
been something to look forward to. I think that would have done a lot for us, but there wasn't. I don't think there was any of that for us when I looked through the thing. Right, like I think Wayfinder. I'm sure Wayfinder might have been announced already, but even that, like, I don't think any of us knew about Wayfinder, and that didn't do anything for us.
I had
Like
seen the
one new
logo
thing.
treatment on the internet and I was like, that looks pretty. And that's all I kind of remember about it. And now it's an MMO, which is getting a beta for PS5, exclusive to PS5. I'm sure that excites some people out there who are looking for a new MMO experience, who are maybe tired of Final Fantasy 14 or whatever. But it just looked like, you know, stylized video game MMO template. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's start with the big thing and kind of work our way around. So Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Andy, you seemed like most interested in it out of any of us. You want to start this one off?
Sure. I mean, just as somebody who likes third-person and first-person shooters, playing those games on keyboard and mouse, I enjoy that action of it. And I think all the airborne sort of action that we saw, whether it's double jumping or grapple hooks or jetpacks, all that sort of shit, it looks satisfying to do. It looks neat sort of the same stuff that I liked about Anthem, which was a huge disappointment. But the biggest takeaways from that were, man, I loved throwing a gigantic grenade, seeing it explode, weaken those people, and then shoot them down, and kind of that instant satisfaction of whatever a third-person shooter does for you. And that's kind of what I was always expecting from Suicide Squad. When we heard that it was going to be a third-person shooter, that's like a good connection point for me, because I don't necessarily think that multiplayer beat-em-up brawlers work a whole lot, which is why I was in on the Avengers single-player story and just kind of dropped off immediately. When we saw Gotham Knights come out, I was like, this doesn't look exactly like what it needs to be. Again, remove the IP from this, take away all the DC shit from this. This looks like a fun, action-packed third-person shooter that has a lot of like momentum and action, and it just looks fun as hell.
Plus, what did you think?
Yeah, I don't disagree too much. I do think that Suicide Squad looks like a fun game. It's different from what I would have wished for.
It's not what anybody wants. I'll say that.
Yeah,
like, I know that.
It's
Yeah.
not really what I would want out of a Suicide Squad game, but I think I'm still going to play it. I'm probably going to play it with y'all. And I think, yeah, to your point, I think the airborne stuff, getting like headshots off, the sniper stuff, like having the different classes of weapons that they're showing off, and also having the different weapons developed by different organizations within the world.
A little bit more depth I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, that's very Borderlands. And looking at the gameplay combined with the idea of that being a Borderlands style game does really appeal to me. I think that is a really fun idea. Suicide Squad, of course, is like going to bring humor and fun into it. And that's one of the little worries I have, is like, I hope the writing is quality overall. Because so far, for me, the trailers have been hit or miss with the tone and the humor. Like this one, honestly, a lot of the jokes didn't hit for me in this latest trailer, but there have been trailers before where I'm like, oh, that's a fun idea, or like, oh, that's really interesting.
Oh man, I've been playing Atomic Heart. Like,
so you're at the floor right now in terms of where writing's at. But yeah, if they're able to bring in like the character dialogue in game, that is bringing in the goofiness and bringing in the entertaining vibes, like a Borderlands, even though I know Borderlands is hit or miss for people in terms of writing. I think that could be something that's fun, right? And they showed off some of the gear stuff, they showed off some of the weapon stuff. I've just accepted that it is what it is.
Right.
Cool. Either I go with it and go, all right, let's see what this geared Suicide Squad game is like, or I just peace out and go, all right, this isn't for me. And yeah, so far I want to see more. Like I kind of want to experience it. I think the gameplay actually does look pretty fun, but it looks fun for the idea of, oh yeah, me, Indy, Mike, whoever are going to waste time with it. It doesn't look fun in terms of top 10 game of the year contender, and not everything needs to be.
Yeah, I think all the mid-air abilities and how the developers can get creative with how your Suicide Squad member is kind of maneuvering around the world. Like there's a clear emphasis on verticality and movement, and that is so key for me when it comes to a third or first person shooter. This just looks like a lot of fun. I just think it is kind of a bummer that we think about like WB Montreal and Rocksteady, and before both of these games were announced and coming out, you kind of have the rumor mill of like, all right, well, if one of them is working on a games as a service, the other studio's got to be working on the next big Gotham entry, or vice versa. You know what I mean? And the fact that Batman fans have had a rough go of it these past couple of years, I feel like that is kind of a bummer for the Barretts out there who are like, I just want the next big Batman title. Just give me the big meaty single player game without all the bullshit looting and getting new legendary gauntlets that add +5 whatever. Like that shit is not what these fans want. But this looks like something that I want, and I didn't really know I wanted, and I will be playing this.
Yeah, it looks fun. The positives I have are like the gameplay does look fun. It looks like it can be pick up and play and have a good time, even if you're not doing that great, whatever. And Bless was saying this in our live reaction, but it looks like there's some satisfying UI elements, and like it looks like it feels good to shoot, and like
the
you
sounds,
get rewarded with the sound and stuff. Like that stuff's cool. I think that otherwise though, like there's not a chance I'm playing this. Like this just nothing adds up to me where the Outriders stuff, I had a blast with Outriders. That was so much fun. And I remember playing and being like, man, I feel like this could have been so much cooler if there was an IP I actually cared about attached to the story and like whatever. So it's not just
Avatar
generic. Like,
remember that 4v4 Avatar game we saw? It's like red one. Yeah.
Wait, was that the one at the presentation I hosted?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Oh, we made fun of that. I roasted the fuck out of that.
Yeah, that was,
like,
that was
what
nuts.
is a Valorant fucking?
I just think
that's gonna be game of the year.
There's a lot about this game that I feel like it's working against itself for the things I'd be looking for. Where you've said some of this already, Andy, but like. This isn't what we're looking for from Rocksteady. This isn't what we're looking for a DC game. This isn't like it's the Suicide Squad, and then it's also this third-person thing. But they all seem like they explained it later that like, oh, this is how they're all different. Like Harley's more acrobatic, and I'm like, you're telling me that, but you're showing me that
They
they're
all look
acrobatic.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what's his name?
King Shark.
I was gonna call him Shark Tail, and I was like, that's not his name. That's the Will Smith
Just calm
movie.
run
Shark
punches.
Tail.
Calm run punches.
Yeah, like when we were seeing his gameplay, I'm like, he seems like somebody
Samoa Joe in this one.
Hell yeah,
that's right.
shout out
That
to
is
Mojo.
right.
He seemed like a character that should be heavy and should be in like, tanky. And they mentioned that, oh yeah, he's the tank. I'm like, oh, okay. I do need you to show that a bit more because he is zooming all over the place in this game.
Yeah, and it's just it just seems like there's a lot more like verticality and like they're flying through the air and like spinning around. They're all flying. And I'm like, why is the Suicide Squad flying? And that is something I just can't separate in my head. I'm just like, I have expectations of what the DC world is and these characters. And this kind of just seems like, yeah, fuck, it's a video game though. How to make the video game fun. And honestly, that's great. The game looks fun. But then to surround it with Rocksteady making a DC game, and this is the vibe. The other thing is the dialogue. I am like, I hate it. Like none of this is hitting me. And so far, every trailer I've seen for this, all the jokes, I've been like, I don't like this. I don't like here's the good guys, they're evil, and they're making jokes. I know there's a trend of everybody talking shit about MCU humor, and then there's all the TikToks of the people, oh, they're right behind me, huh? Like at this point, those jokes are so tried and true where it's like, I'm over it, guys. I get it. Mm-hmm. This seems like, it almost seems like
at some point, Superman, like Captain Boomerang's gonna be talking, and then you're gonna see Superman descend behind him, and Captain Boomerang's gonna be like, "Oh, he's right behind me, isn't he?"
I mean, even in what we saw here,
You gotta do the Australian accent.
Oh, I made it.
Like, Captain Boomerang legitimately said that's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah.
Oh man, like that's just like, yo, this ain't it. This ain't it.
It's fully that quote right there. I think it's fully encompassing of what this game feels like, which is just generic. Which like. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the Suicide Squad IP where like people just can't quite reach what they want to with this one. My whole disappointment with this is like it doesn't. I don't know who this is for. Kind of like what you guys have been talking about. Like I am the I would say biggest Arkham fan, specifically the game series at the studio. And this doesn't look for me. And then it's like, all right, Andy, you seem like semi excited about that. Are like were you the audience that they were trying to reach? I don't feel like they were trying to reach their past audience with their past games. And that just that's what leaves me with the question of like, what was the mindset behind this for the last 8 years, you know? So I don't know. It's just
what this could have been is like a From Software making a Tenchu game and then going, you know what, that doesn't really fit this IP. Let's just make a brand new IP called Sekiro. Like Rocksteady could have been making this as a Suicide Squad game and be like,
you know what?
Fuck all the superhero stuff. Fuck these. Like, let's just do. This could just be its own brand new thing.
Have done that
100%.
Because then, if it wasn't the DC comic tie-in, right, there would have been a different expectation set after all these years.
If you showed me the same game, but it had more of a cartoony art style with like not these
Hi-Fi
characters,
Rush.
like if it had a Hi-Fi Rush art style, like
Sunset
Overdrive. I feel like that's an entirely different vibe that would work for what we're seeing in a lot of gameplay. Of course, there's still more to talk about there in terms of the content, but
it looked like Hi-Fi Rush. It was a single-player game. And
it had rhythm elements to it. It had dope music.
Miyazaki developed it. If it was set in a
and then if they shadow dropped
scary
it.
world.
I saw a second ago, Quack Attack in the chat was like if you don't like it, just don't play the game, and like that's it. It's like, but it's not. That's not the case. Like, yes, if you like it, play it. If you don't. That's fine. But this is Rocksteady that we're talking about. Like, this is a team that so many people have been so excited of what they're doing next for a decade at this point of looking forward to it. And to see this, I do think that it's a bummer that even if you are excited for this, even if you're in the chat right now and you're like, I think you guys are wrong, this is exactly what I'm looking for. I feel bad because you're not going to get what you want because this game is not going to be supported as long as they're saying it is. Mm-hmm. And as they do that, there's not going to be enough people playing because they're being too ambitious with the Battle Pass stuff. Like, am I wrong about that? Like, we've seen
no, you're
how many
right.
games have been canceled in the last year or shut down or whatever. Not cancel's not the right word, but like
shut down.
Shut down. It's like this is the story of these games, and this is coming. It doesn't look like it's solving those issues at all.
And the content doesn't get pushed out as far enough as they.
Any other
got him.
Any other thoughts on Suicide Squad?
I hope that, like, you know, obviously I hope every game comes out and is excellent, is a 10 out of 10 game, right? And I hope I hope we're proven wrong, right? I hope we get the game and we're like, oh shit, never mind. Like, this shit has some steam to it. Like, oh man, what they did with Flash, damn, he was betting people and it was really good. I hope we get to that place. But you know, I'm holding out hope is my thing.
I do. Yeah, I think the pie in the sky hope for this is that the main campaign is engaging enough in the way that I thought when Avengers came out. Sure, I knew I was going to give up very, very quick on the multiplayer aspects of it, but I had fun exploring the world with, you know, Kamala and kind of seeing this brand new campaign that I had never seen before, and I had never seen this in a video game, and kind of getting the little hints of all these Avengers characters interacting with each other was cool and neat. And I wasn't expecting a story that I would give like near the end it got kind of messy, right? But like overall, the Avengers campaign pretty decent, not too bad.
Yeah.
That's a fair review. No, you're right. It was pretty,
yeah,
no,
pretty decent.
Look,
not too
I'm
bad.
with you. The highs of the Avengers campaign are so high, and like, but to me, it was always a constant reminder of like, oh, I wish this was a game.
Here's what could have been. Care a little bit about the campaign.
You know, this is a weird thing to say, but people out there that watch comic book stuff, the cartoons specifically, will get what I'm saying. DC on the animated side has crushed it for decades. They put out so many like things that are like canon in the DC animated universe that
And are widely loved.
Widely loved.
Yeah.
They do a whole bunch of like Elseworld stories that are like, hey, here's a standalone movie, whatever. They're not all widely loved. There's also the ones you're walking to Blockbuster and you see a bunch of shit and you're like, oh, I guess there's that. This, to me, everything about it reads that way. Where I'm like, I just don't have faith that this story is going to be interesting. I think this is going to be, Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. That's going to be one of those movies that people are like, oh yeah, watch this and this, but don't watch that one. You know? And like, I think that is a bad starting place that I don't think that I'm alone in thinking this. Where it's like, there's a ton of these, especially the Harley Quinn series. Like, we are so familiar with Harley Quinn, with Tara Strong's Harley Quinn, right? Seeing it in this, it's like, oh, is that Harley? Or is it Spider-Man? I don't know.
It reminds me of, you know, getting a 5v5 Overwatch style Gundam game. You know, like I know a lot of the hardcore fans of that IP would prefer to have something a little bit meatier instead of just a multiplayer objective-based first-person shooter or third-person shooter, which is kind of an odd choice. I feel like that's it here. I think it's just an IP in the wrong genre. But it still looks fun to me. I'm playing.
$70.
I'm gonna play with you.
Right?
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Next-gen title.
Gotham Knights was 70, bro.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing? I guess. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So there you go.
I'll swipe the card for everybody. I'll buy it for everybody.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll buy it for you, Barrett. All right.
Let's move on
Barrett,
to
Barrett, you can be
That's a
Boomerang.
waste of $70.
Boomerang Barrett, I'm going to call you.
Let's move on to the Capcom bit. We got a little Street Fighter 6, Resident Evil 4. Andy, I want to know your thoughts on RE4.
I mean, RE4 just looks like that stunning visual title. Like, you got to play it at max settings. It looks like a lot of fun, and plus it looks like it's still retaining that camp, because RE4 is like one of the few games that I actually did play back in the day, because it was a tiny bit less scary, even though the chainsaw guy scared the shit out of me in the village. But the idea of it still being like this fast action thing, and Leon suddenly, you talk about Leon from part 2 coming to here, and he's like shit talking the the villagers, talking shit to him or whatever. It just seems like they kept the same sort of genre in mind. They knew that RE4 has a tone, and we cannot get too far away from it. But it's gonna have all the lighting and visual stuff that's gonna keep the game super scary, if not make it scarier. This looks like this is gonna be a lot scarier than RE4, just based on what they can do tech-wise to the environment.
Bless.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. It's funny because as we were watching the trailer, I was trying to watch it while also not pay too much attention, because again, I want to keep this shit fresh.
Yeah.
You covering like the screen, or
yeah, I'm like, I don't want to see too much, but I mean, it looks really good. It looks fantastic, and yeah, like the more I see of it, the more I'm like, yeah, this looks like it's gonna be a fantastic game. This looks like this looks like they're doing the damn thing. And you talk about like it being scary and it having the horror elements. It reminds me a little bit of Resident Evil Village in terms of setting and tone and all that stuff. Obviously, that's because Resident Evil Village took place in a village, which is inspired by 4. But yeah, like I we had a back and forth about Resident Evil Village being scary or not, and I found Village very scary, and that might have been for a particular section that I think most people would find scary in that game. But even overall, like the werewolves and shit in that game, I was like, oh, it's getting me. Like, there's something about this kind of setting in horror that does work pretty well for me. And yeah, seeing in this trailer, I'm like, yeah, this looks like it's going to work as well for me. So
that shot, that sort of quick time moment that happened about 10, 15 seconds ago, where the dude jumps on Leon and the light is coming from underneath, like, it's giving me, I'm getting the same sort of Spider-Man PS4 debut vibes. You're like, there's no way this is a video
it's
game.
Real. Yeah. And dude, it's funny because like I remember playing RE2 and even RE3, but like the remakes, and having that feeling playing, like
there's no shot this is real.
As I'm playing, I'm like, wow, how the fuck did we get here with video games, man? The RE engine is just stunning, and now being on the PS5, it's even more impressive, right? And taking one of the greatest games of all time and giving it that treatment, we're in for something so special. Like, I can't wait. I haven't replayed RE4 since the Wii version came out. And like that, so that's a long ass time ago, and I had a blast with it. So I'm very excited for this. And it
playing
just
in performance. You playing in fidelity
for this game? I don't know. We'll see.
On the Wii?
I always
on the Wii.
I bounce back and forth. These days I have been going performance because I feel like it just looks so damn good anyways for most games. But with RE, I don't know that you necessarily like.
You need performance for the faster reaction time because of the parry, Tim.
Okay, gotcha.
Parry master.
Yeah. Good call.
I mean, QuickTime events, like RE4 was one of the first games to really kind of make that like a cool thing. Like that, I remember being like, it happened with like God of War and stuff as well. But like RE4, I think that was the first time I remember where QuickTime events felt like a cinematic fun. Like, oh shit, like this is engaging, and now we all look at it like this is fucking waste of time.
This isn't just a cutscene.
Exactly, yeah. With like the boulders falling and stuff. But I thought it looks great, and we're so close to it. And a demo coming out, that's exciting as well.
Speaking of that, I saw somebody in chat. I mean, I might have to actually check this to make sure, right? But I saw somebody in chat say that the Humanity demo is up, which might count for your out today prediction.
Oh, that's interesting.
Let me double check and get back to you.
You got a little shadow drop.
Yeah, that's cool.
You got shadow drop.
Shadow drop, baby. Street Fighter 6. Not too much new information. We got, I guess, some character confirmations. Officially, apparently they've leaked before.
But they put Zangief in the game.
I know. Who the fuck would have thought? But yeah, to return, we got Zangief and Cammy. Both look great. And then we got a new character named Lily, who I think looks really, really interesting. Like I want to give her a shot.
Are those like what are these weapons? Are they like the Hyali scoops? You ever seen people play Hyali?
Yeah.
What are those in her hands? Like a weird. Oh, it's like a baton, actually. Yeah. Never mind. Or
also, chat, is she related to T-Hawk? Is there any like anything online about her being?
I saw some people in chat saying that, but I don't think that's a. I don't know if that's a thing.
Because they have like similar vibes and attire.
Cammy looks dope as shit.
Cammy looks incredible. Like it's actually pretty. Like she just looks fantastic. Also, what's his name? Zangief, I think looks great too. I like what they're doing in terms of like giving him more of a luchador vibe. Yeah, every single time we see this game, I'm like, this just looks fantastic.
Yeah, I'm mixed on the art style, and I seem to be definitely in the minority on that, where people are losing their shit about it.
I don't think you are in the minority.
Yeah? Okay.
I do see a lot of conjecture when it comes to, like, man, this game looks like a last gen sort of title. And I think that could just have been some levels that we've seen in the past, whether it's the lighting hitting in certain different ways. Today, I think it's looked really, really damn good.
And that's my thing is, like, so far with the levels, I've been kind of like, oh, it's cool. Seeing, like, Zangief's wrestling ring and the London streets there, I'm like, oh, cool. I like the variation we're getting. And, like, that's something I've always loved about Street Fighter is the World Warrior element of it and, like, going everywhere and seeing how everything looks and sounds. And sounds is the other thing. Not a fan of new themes, but, hey, I get it. Someone might be, but...
all of the themes so far have seemed kind of like they're all the instruments being used are the same.
Yeah,
which is kind of a bummer.
There's a vibe to this overall that kind of just feels like this is the hip hop one, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Like the look of it and all, it's like it just kind of seems generic to me as opposed to like Street Fighter 3 was hip hop. That was awesome. Yeah, that was inspired. That felt great. This kind of just feels like I don't know, but the game looks incredible. Can't wait. We played it. It's fucking awesome.
It's fucking dope.
So.
The Humanity demo is available right now on the US PSN store and on Steam, and it's available up until March 6th. And so if you want to check out Humanity and really figure out what the fuck that game is, now's the time to do so.
Sounds cool that y'all played it. I wish I could have played it with y'all there.
I mean, there's been, why weren't you in the beta? There's multiple closed betas.
I don't know. How about you talk to your people, Blessing?
Talk to your fucking people, Blessing.
They're busy. But yeah, I agree with in terms of like soundtrack and like art style. I think it looks good, but also it is derivative, or I guess maybe iterative of Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5. I think it would be cool to see them bring even more. I think they're really trying with the graffiti stuff and trying to make a lot of the character actions more flashy by having some of the moves be like have like the graffiti animation and all that stuff appear on screen.
Spray paint kind of color splashes.
The color splash stuff, I would like them to go harder, but I think right now, for what we've seen, I think that is pretty much what we got, right? Like I don't know if they're gonna add much more to it, but yeah, like I can kind of see where you're coming from there, especially coming off of something like Street Fighter Third Strike, which I think sets a fucking bar.
It's a league of, it is what it is.
It's a league of its own.
That's a bygone era.
Yeah.
We're not going
the
back
best
to that.
art style of all time.
Of all time. Yeah, that game just looks incredible and it's so smooth. And to your point about the soundtrack being hip hop and really representing that, yeah, like I'm surprised, at least so far in the beta, who knows about the final game, that like there's not rap music over the character select. You know, I think that kind of cohesion and that kind of let's commit to a style really goes a long way in terms of really making your game stand out and feel stylish. And yeah, I could see why you would want more from that.
I love the Street Fighter 4 style was just like, all right, we're going to go for the music, super epic, orchestral. It's all the hits, it's super hype and super epic. But then the theme song was a fucking boy band. Remember that shit?
I didn't remember it.
Indestructible.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember that.
Just fucking hype, bro.
I think like my last touchdown to the last time I was really into Street Fighter and like the FGC was Street Fighter 4. So that's why all of the spray painted color splash stuff has been, I'm with you, Blessing, where it kind of feels like
this
they
was
just
very
kind of
cool
expanded
before.
upon it.
Yeah. The ink splots.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool. But again, game looks great.
Can't wait. Talk to your people, Bless. Get me in there.
I'll figure it out.
So, Bless, I want to talk to you about PSVR. You reviewed it for us. You've been playing a whole bunch of it. We saw a montage in the beginning, the Foglands, Journey to Foundation, Before Your Eyes VR. Does any of that do anything for you?
I mean, I thought Foglands looked cool. It's one that I want to try out. It's like Before Your Eyes, I definitely want to try out. That's one that I've heard Janet talk a lot about. That's the game where you control it by blinking, and blinking is a core mechanic in the game. And Janet was talking about it as being this moving experience. And it seems like one where VR might be the definitive way to play the game. The art style looks really cool. The trailer starts off with you talking to this wolf man, and I did not know that was a thing in this game, so I want to know what the fuck that's about. But yeah, it seems like a cool different kind of game with a mechanic that actually fits and works for what VR is. I think that's the thing that I very much desire out of my VR experiences is an experience that is either enhanced or feels like it is meant for this, right? VR really enhances and brings something new to this kind of experience. Before Your Eyes seems like that. The Foglands, seemed fun. It seemed interesting. It goes back to what we're talking about during the live reactions where a lot of the VR stuff feels kind of like arcade experiences or shooting galleries, and there's been a lot of that, so it's hard for me to get excited about another one of those unless there's something extra that it's bringing. And Foglands, I mean, I don't know what the extra is from Foglands, but looking at it, I'm like, it looks good, right? And it was Synapse. I think Synapse was the one by the Fract people. That's like the fast-paced shooter. That one looked fun as well, right? It looked like it might be a little bit sick, but it's one that I want to try out just to see. But as a whole, the VR portion of the showcase didn't move me. But I think the games look fine. I think the game look cool, especially before your eyes.
Besides the VR stuff, Destiny 2, just kind of a launch trailer. It's coming next week. But like, what is your guys' hype levels for that?
I'm very excited.
I am very, very excited. As somebody who finally hopped back into Destiny last season, who kind of caught up on a lot of older content with Witch Queen, and even the one before that I'm drawing a blank right now on the piece of content dropped before that.
The Witch Queen.
The Witch Queen was, I just said that. I just said that. It just said that.
The moon is moving.
Taken King.
The moon is
Beyond
out of
Light.
orbit.
Beyond Light. Thank you, Nitro39. Us Nitros got to stick together.
The Taken King.
I'm very, very excited for whatever the hell is happening here. I want to check out our friend Alex O'Neill's lore video. He made kind of a lore catch-up video. Because whenever I'm watching these things, I'm very much like Joey Noel, where I'm just skipping past. I'm like, I don't care. Let me get shooty headshot crits. And I want to actually find out what the hell is happening here. Because Callus is back. Homeboy from that one raid is back.
Man, shout out my homie Callus.
Yeah,
man. I miss him.
All gold everywhere.
Kill Callus.
All gold everywhere. Well, I mean, we thought we did, but, somehow he's back.
But here's the thing. Andy,
somehow Darth Sidious is back. What's up?
We learned that he was like a robot or whatever that we killed him at.
He
the end
was.
of that?
Yeah. At the end of it, he's like it's like, wow, big
Spoilers
twist
for a 6-year-old fucking.
I mean, you literally can't play that raid anymore.
Big twist. Yeah, I'm just super stoked, man. I ended up watching that 15-minute long Bungie. I always call them vidocs, but apparently they're vidocs.
Motherfuckers.
You know what I mean? I say vidoc. I'm going to call it vidoc.
Vidoc.
VIDOC. It's like a vidoc.
Like a
video documentary.
Yeah. Video.
Like what they did for Psychonauts? Yeah, isn't that just called a documentary?
No, but like
Well,
it's like a special sort of category. You know what I mean?
Like a 15-minute.
That Psychonauts documentary is pretty dope.
Real gamers know. Anyway, all the movement stuff looks insanely cool with whatever this strand is. They're calling it the strand, the green sort of thing that's helping you grapple. But there's also
Kojima's influence.
He was right.
There's also all these cool abilities that kind of go along with it. All of the different classes have their own sort of strand talent trees and everything. It just looks like a ton of fun, and I'm super stoked to get back into it.
I like the art style.
Little PS Plus update here. We got, Chia, March 21st, coming to premium and extra on PS Plus. We also saw Legacy of Thieves from Uncharted, the collections come in, Rainbow Six Extraction. Bless, you're way more in tune with the PS Plus side of things. What do you think of that showing? Is this cool?
I mean, it's fine. I think Chia is actually the one that had me excited for PS Plus because I've been asking for this more. I want more day and date cool indie titles coming to PlayStation Plus Extra. We got that with Stray in July, and I don't think they've done nearly enough with that style of release. So Chia being another one, I think is a very good call, and I want them to do this more. That actually got me very excited. In terms of the stuff they announced coming to PS Plus, like Rainbow Six and all that stuff, cool.
Andy.
What's up, bro?
You're a fucking maniac for what you just did.
Wait, what do you do?
Oh, blessing. I am so sorry for what is about the hellstorm that is about to rain down upon you on Twitter.
No.
I don't know what
did you
Twitter.
say something about VR?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Jared, if you could bring up Andy Cortez's tweet.
They're not happy with me on the internet right now.
No.
I don't know, man.
Oh, no.
I don't know what sort of
I don't think you understand the abuse that I've had to endure in my DMs.
I don't know what sort of accusation.
Andy Cortez tweets, "Hey, at KindaFunny Vids audience. Last time I chatted with Blessing Jr. about PSVR, he typed it as PSZZZR because it was boring, apparently."
What? Who typed that?
Chaos is out there, everybody.
I don't know if you've seen my DMs. I should show you. I should literally
Who typed that, bro?
Oh, man.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
man. God, we need to make shirts that say Wii U is life. Or Wii U means life.
Wii U means life.
Oh, Lord. There's an energy here in the water at San Francisco, everybody.
Oh, wow.
What the fuck were we talking about? PS Plus. That's what we were talking about.
I didn't think you would see that yet.
I was looking at Twitter because I saw some people in the chat potentially bringing up some breaking news, but I can't confirm it, so I'm not even going to bring it up because I don't believe y'all motherfuckers.
Was it somebody lying about Half-Life Alyx?
No.
I looked that up.
No.
Can't just say things are real when they're not.
I want to talk about Goodbye Volcano High from Co-op coming out June 15th, which I think that is the new info there. This is it. Mortal Kombat 12 confirmed for this year in a Warner Brothers Discovery earnings call.
Why?
You can't just do that there, bro.
Why wouldn't they just put it in the thing?
Okay, guys, it could have been an email. It could have been this. We can't have it every fucking way. All right? It could have been in a Warner Brothers Discovery earnings call.
This should not have been an email. This should have y'all. This could have been a logo on a fucking stream that would have taken this from a 2 to a 3.
All it needed to be was a logo, and it would have been so hype.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. I love it so much.
I'm so mad.
What a fucking disaster this world is.
The stuff we wanted presentations isn't in.
Do we get Tekken 8 this year, Bless?
I don't think so.
Do we get Mortal Kombat 12 this year?
I don't think so. No. I think Street Fighter 6 is the one for this year.
Yeah.
I don't think it's impossible to get Tekken 8. You know, if Tekken 8 comes, I think it'll be like deep into the fall. Because they've already started the rollout. We got a new trailer for. Was it Kazuya, chat? A new gameplay trailer for Kazuya at the... correct me if I'm wrong about this. I think we got that earlier this week.
Yeah, we did. We saw the VO person, right?
That the video you just sent me, Tim?
Yeah.
People are saying yes. All right. So yeah, they're drip feeding this in a way where that is fairly consistent, right? Like it feels like every month or so there's some new Tekken thing, which gives me hope that like, oh, maybe it could be ready sooner than later, but... I feel like by now you would at least say a window, right? Like you would at least be like, oh, and it's coming out this fall, or maybe it's coming out in 2023. That couldn't be an E3 thing, but
totally. I mean, I feel like that's the thing is I don't think that they would have by now necessarily. It's still so early in the year, and like we have a lot of showcases to go, right? In the coming months. So especially with E3 happening, maybe probably 100%, but
yeah,
Ubisoft's not sure, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's interesting now. Like, wait. Hold on. Discussing film says Mortal Kombat 12 is releasing this year. There's no way.
That's what we just said, Bless.
Oh,
I literally just
sorry.
pulled
That's what
that
I'm
up and
talking
what's
about.
what we were talking about the last 5 minutes.
I missed the this year part. I didn't see the this year part.
I missed the this year part. I thought it was just, hey, it's an earnings call. Yes, this thing is coming.
Yeah.
Well, it said this year, which I still don't necessarily believe, but I don't know why I think that though. I think Street Fighter, Tekken, and Mortal Kombat could all come out this year, and that'd be wild. And then they're going to fight to the death.
Wow. Who do you think represents from each one? What
about 3?
What about from like which fighter would you pull from each one of them to fight against each other in a 1v1v1 battle royale?
I mean, I feel like you just got to go with like the title. Like
I'd bring in Rain.
Oh, shit. Okay.
For Mortal Kombat.
Cool.
I'd bring in fucking Rain or Sector. Yeah. Man, those guys are cool. I
Yoshimitsu.
had never heard the word Sector before. I was like, that's a cool word.
That is a cool ass
And this
word.
dude is a red robot.
Yo, how dope is Yoshimitsu? Where he's like, you know what, motherfuckers? I'm in Tekken and Soul Calibur.
God. Shout
From
out
the
to
jump.
Yoshimitsu.
He's got range.
And if you just press buttons, he'll hurt himself.
Oh, I'm getting a phone call.
Is it Greg Miller?
Hello, Greg Miller. You were live on. Yeah.
Hello, Tim. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I come with breaking news for Blessing. Mortal Kombat 12 is confirmed for this year.
God damn it. God damn it.
Did you hear what he said about PSVR 2?
I hate you all.
Easy. Oh my God. This kid's got a death wish.
How you doing, Greg?
Said PSZ snored.
What's happening tonight?
Dice Wars. Me and Stella are hosting. It's going to be great.
Wow. You guys should all watch that. Have fun. Good
8
luck.
o'clock.
Bye.
Shout me out.
Tap your knee, Greg. Tap your knee for Andy.
Shout out bonermonger.com.
Please, on stage. Oh my freaking God. What else we got? There was a Naruto Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm connection.
Look great.
Yeah, game of the show. Game of the show.
That's cool. I know people like those games.
Yeah.
Put them all together.
In a room they could fit in there.
Yeah.
In a small bedroom.
That's so funny. What else we got? Anything you guys want to say? That was pretty much everything covered there. So we got PlayStation Showcase apparently coming before E3 time, according to Jeff Grubb.
Grubb.
Gotta imagine that's going to be a banger and a half.
Oh,
Spider-Man
God.
2, probably other new announcements.
Wolverine.
Maybe.
Metal Gear Solid 3 remake.
Probably. That's where it's going to be.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I would imagine that happens in May, right? Like that was where we got the last state of play around that time, and I think that rolls in right into E3 timing. Which the thing we talked about this morning on KFGD was the fact that Konami seems like and this is according to VGC, they seem like they're going to bring back MGS3 as a remake, and then also announce a new Castlevania, and that they're prepping to hopefully bring back a lot of these IP in bigger ways. But that they're also going to have an E3 presence. I think if that's the case, then yeah, like if a PlayStation showcase timed for late May would perfectly line up for all of those big third-party partners who might want to then show something off at an E3. I hope that happens, right? I hope we get a Metal Gear Solid 3 and a Spider-Man 2 and like trailers in the same showcase, along with like whatever's next for
Bloodborne remake. Yeah.
Bloodborne. I was gonna say like Sucker
Point.
Punch.
What you doing, Blue Point?
I mean, I was seeing that it's Bloodborne's like some anniversary's coming up at some point.
What
that's how yours work.
The 8-year
And anniversary.
Oh, man.
Everybody loves the 8-year anniversary.
Yeah, here's a Bloodborne.
Imagine you just sort of like it's a calm sort of sound, right? Just imagine a calm sound, whatever that could be. Wind, wrestling.
Yeah.
And then you hear, thank you, Barry. And then you hear a little answer. Hey, part 3's coming out. We remade part 3. Man, I can't fucking wait.
You were kind of getting into Michael Douglas a little bit there.
Hey, Scott. You have to control the ant, Scott.
Oh, man. Well, I think that this has been a fun
Video
day
games, man.
of all of
Video
us.
games.
Video games, they're happening. They're happening all around us. Let us know in the comments below what you would give this on a scale of 1 to 5. How excited you are for the PlayStation Showcase that is going to happen at some point. We all believe it in our souls. And until next time, I love you all. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Scott.